Welcome, welcome, everyone that's dropping in. Okay. Perfect. Hello, good morning, everyone. We'll get started. Let's start the recording. So welcome, welcome. This is the Unveiling Meditation. Thank you to all of you that are here live and to everyone online streaming in with us. It's a beautiful morning. There was an incredible out over the ocean portal. The sun was shining and there was a massive rainbow that was it was like shining right through. So some pretty magical energy this morning. And we are going to be working with the Ascended Master Yogananda, who, for those of you who are not familiar, he brought yoga to the United States in the 1940s and has since transitioned, but has been the influencer of spirituality, really, in the way we've come to know spirituality in the United States. So we're going to be tuning into that and letting that be what inspires us for our meditation today. So as you're ready, I invite all of you to close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in and begin with what we call the light link, bringing your middle finger to thumb and just settling into the moment, settling into the room you are in, or if you're outdoors, just feeling the energy, the sounds around you, knowing and trusting that they're all there, serving a purpose as your body begins to pay attention to what's happening in your mind, and your mind begins to pay attention to what is happening in your body. Again, taking a nice deep breath in and just feeling your rib cage open, and just noticing if you can deepen the breath a little bit to expand the rib cage a little bit further. Breathing in, just allowing yourself to settle into the moment, allowing yourself to settle in to the environment, breathing in and out. As we begin the first part of our light link, imagining that sunshine, that golden light that symbolizes your highest purpose, the angels, the guides, all that is good, all that calls you forward in life. Imagining it like a beacon of light shining down upon your brow, upon the top of your head. And maybe you envision it as though you're at the beach, seeing the first rays of the sun caressing your face. And as you take a breath, maybe you imagine it as though you're stepping outside from the darkness of your home into the bright, brilliant light, so much so that your eyes, your inner vision needs to adjust, imagining that brightness. And just allowing your mind to calibrate, to tune in to this frequency. Oftentimes when we struggle to connect or sync up with a space that a meditation is guiding us, it's simply because the mind is paying attention to something else or isn't familiar with what we're connecting to. So just give it a moment and just observe what you find yourself thinking about, what you find yourself feeling. As we take our next breath in and shift our focus to the second part of our light link. The second part of the light link, tuning into our hips, our sitting bones. And let's go ahead today. We're going to be working a lot with the body. So let's go ahead and just slightly where you're sitting, undulate your spine, meaning just as though you were like kind of just settling those sitting bones deeper into your chair. Just ever so slightly. You don't really have to move much, but just imagine as though you were working your feet or your sitting bones deep into the sand. You would just kind of shift back and forth, allowing that tailbone to wiggle, to open. in trusting and knowing that this is where we connect to the earth. It is where we receive our nourishment and our love, all those moments of stress, anxiety, worrying, all anchored and released here, primarily through the tailbone and through your feet. So let's take a nice deep breath, because our body is the space and the energy and the vibration that brings us this connection to the nature of who we are. Allow yourself to breathe deeper as we shift our focus even deeper into the earth. Now that we've found our center of gravity and our sitting bones, let's go a little deeper, imagining as we take our focus into the earth, as though if our center of gravity was around our hips, especially for all of my beautiful women tuning in, imagining that center of gravity dropping down somewhere into the earth, as though you are becoming the root, the trunk of a tree. And so if you were to be leaning against a wall, your body is just completely supported, because that strength and that solidness that holds you upright is a wide, solid base, so much deeper than where you are. And as you do, simply allowing the stress and the tension in your body to drop down into the center of that earth, letting go, maybe feeling your shoulders roll back, your shoulder blades drip down your spine as they simply slide into place. And breathing in and out, allowing your rib cage to open even further as we begin the third and final piece of our light link. Bringing our focus into our heart, allowing our breath to begin to circle and open through the heart, as though it's a cold morning, cold morning, and we can see our breath. But with each inhale in, it's as though we can see the exhale from our heart. Allowing that breath to shift into the heart. And with each breath, imagining that golden light pouring in from above, imagining its warmth as though it's shining down on our backs, the sun shining on our backs, allowing our body to connect to our greatest purpose. And feeling that warmth and that solidness of the Divine Mother, the earth, working her way up and in and to and through our bodies, so we may let go and allow our hearts to guide us on this beautiful journey today. Taking a nice, deep, deep breath in again as we begin to work and tune in to the beauty that is Yogananda. Yogananda, the keeper, the creator of community, the creator of spirituality, and the gateway from the east to the west. Imagine being that shooting star, bridging the ancient wisdom that had been 5,000 years old, and being asked by your mentors to travel to an unknown land, bringing your wisdom and your words, where you would be one and the only one to carry your message forward. That path forged into the consciousness, into the light, into the consciousness of the modern world, that's led each of us here to this moment today, influenced each of us in this moment today, inspiring others. As so too will you inspire others to walk their path, to follow their hearts, to follow that divine guidance and that voice from within. And so as we bridge this gap between where we've been in our lives and where we are going, and where our fears are the greatest, and where we may at many times feel out on our own, out on a limb. Allow your heart to open in this moment and welcome in the nurturing and the support and the love that is here as we take a moment to breathe even deeper and deeper into our heart and into our bodies. So I'm going to invite everyone to begin to rub your hands together. Starting out, just allow your hands to find their own rhythm, feeling the friction and the energy that's there, building. For the mind is always connecting and seeking to connect to the answers and the wisdom and the light and the love. And that wisdom and light and love that keeps us feeling safe and secure is always right there within. So we're going to build this field. So I invite you to kind of pick up the frequency until you start to really feel some heat, breathing in and out and feeling it to the point that you start to feel your hands, if they're right in front of your heart, feeling that energy in your heart. You almost have to focus a little bit here on what the hands are up to, the sound of my voice, and just allow yourself to kind of get lost in the movement of your hands until they feel like they're so hot and you just can't do it any longer. And release. And open your hands outside and just feel that field, that intensity as you allow your hands to connect with the air and the energy around and in front of you. Breathing in and out, noticing the sensations in your palms, noticing the sensations in your hands. As we call on Yogananda to help us understand this divine connection that our bodies are to the divine. And bringing your hands again together, creating that connection. And this time we're going to focus from the heart and feeling as our hearts are open, breathing in and out, slowly beginning to rub again. And this time imagining, allowing your hands to just kind of operate on their own and imagining that golden light pouring in from the top of your head and feeling your sitting bones and allowing the hands to begin to build and imagining they're being fueled, that heart light as the golden light pours in and through begins to work its way through your arms into the hands, as though with each swipe of your hands building that heat and that energy, that golden light is pouring down and through and in, as though you can feel, keep rubbing, not so much till you hit the frequency of intensity, but until you feel like you've built a ball of golden light in your hands. And you don't have to see it or feel it, but you'll know. And then as you reach that, simply slowly taking your hands apart and bringing them together and feeling that beautiful heat and intensity of energy flowing between the hands. As we open our hearts and resting your hands in your lap, taking a nice deep inhale in as we give thanks to our body for being this bridge and this divine vessel that connects us between the heavens and between the earth, feeling ourselves connecting to the community of spirit, to the community of sisterhood and spirituality that has come together on this morning, to the community that has led you to this moment. So with this next breath, I invite you to trace those threads of what brought you here, what friendship, what community brought you into this moment, going back 1 or 2 degrees of people, And tracing it even further and what brought you back even further to that friend that brought you to this friend, this community. And just allow your mind to drift back and through as far as you can possibly reach, tracing the threads of connection of you being present to you, to your friendships, to the community that you have slowly built over the years. And as you explore these relationships, allowing your mind to gently slide back in time, feeling the heart-centered connectedness to all of those sisters and brothers and the love that you shared, and allowing it to be filled with love for those that you've lost touch and contact with. Giving thanks and gratitude in this moment. Allowing yourself to continue to go back further and further. Reaching into the past and feeling the value within you of all of these relationships. This web of friendships that have come and gone, but uplifted and supported you to continue to take each step that you take, to walk your walk, to be your voice, to share your light, to inspire. Feel the value within you, that golden energy of light. And as you begin to see and feel this web of connectivity, I invite you to tune into your heart and notice how it's as though you can feel this golden light like a heart of gold forming and building inside of you. Precious, precious. Feel the strength that has led you to this moment, not only of your own, but of these relationships that you have built and fostered, and again, come and gone, but each one showing up perfectly, divinely timed to give you that nudge into the next choice, into the next decision, to be bold, to share your light, to share your love. I invite you to come into your heart and just feel this heart of gold living within you. Feel what is nurtured and fed it over the years. And now I invite you to begin to move forward in space and time and feel the many more connections to come. And feel this heart of gold pulsing, beating to the rhythm of your drum, beating to the rhythm of who you are, being fed by what has been, but also what is yet to come. Imagining yourself standing or maybe sitting in the middle of this web of friendships, of love from the past, and all of these people around you. Taking a breath in and now imagining the room filling up, the space filling up even more as those from the future begin to come in, and just feeling the expansiveness of all those that are here, honoring you for those moments that you've been there for them. Feel them in this moment, returning this love, bolstering you. What is your heart's calling? What is locking in? Is there anything in this moment that you want to share or say with them? Say to them. And now filling the room up even more as we call upon all of their angels and all of their guides, all of the spiritual connections that are there in the ethers that we cannot see but can feel in our hearts as we make those divine connections. And feeling the intensity and the immensity of what you simply being you, the light that it has brought to this world, to this moment, to inspire. All those moments you've flashed your smile or said thank you to a stranger or a word of encouragement, now allowing all of those moments where you don't even know how you being you has inspired or uplifted or been the answer to a prayer for someone who is feeling lost and disconnected. Take this in. This is your divine golden light. And as though much like feeling a foot or a toe that has fallen asleep, suddenly waking up, feeling all of these connections, this web of your light that you've woven into this universe that you have created, feeling them waking up. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths in now and start to rub our hands again. This time, the light we are calling forward and feeling in our hearts, using our hands to build it, is that of this community, giving back the love, feeling our body fully waking up with all of this love, and allowing your hands to begin to rub faster and faster until you feel that heat build again, and then releasing as you're ready, opening the hands face out is a way to give thanks back to this web, this community that is here to support you in your evolution, in your pursuit of your truth, your pursuit of love, and to do life to its fullest, giving thanks. And releasing your hands and just simply allowing yourself to breathe and allowing for the moment. We're going to allow a few moments of silence for spirit to simply move through. As you breathe in, just feeling the divine connection, the love. And we'll do this by just simply doing a sight scan. So tuning into the sounds around you, noticing how spirit speaks in this moment through the sounds. Tuning into whatever colors may be present, whatever maybe flashes of color, if any. Noticing whatever images come before your mind's eye. Maybe it's that heart of gold. Maybe it's that brilliant diamond light that lives deep within that heart that causes you to generate more and more and more love. Noticing what thoughts, like clouds passing through the sky, come into your awareness. And last but not least, any sensations in your body and emotions that you feel, allowing them to build, allowing your heart to tell you how full it feels in this moment. I invite you to take 3 or 4 more breaths here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And feeling how you, as this divine link to love, showing up here today to pursue your own spirituality, your own inner truth, your own inner light, your own inner love, are also a thread in the web that Yogananda wove into our consciousness. feeling how you are part by simply breathing in your fullness right now and feeling your light are part of this divine plan that is playing out, especially in this moment in time. A root of strength, a pillar of light, takes nothing more than simply speaking and pursuing your truth and honoring the truth in others, even if it is different and feels adverse. Honoring each of us as we pursue this journey that it is to be human. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths here. Nice deep ones, feeling how much wider your rib cage expands as we feel into our bodies. Feeling your body supported by that divine mother energy. Feel how deeply you are sunk into the roots of the tree that you are. That center of gravity no longer just in your sitting bones, but deep, deep into the earth. Feeling the divine support as we feel that golden light blessing us in this moment. Breathing in and out as you slowly begin to work your way back into the room, back into your body, rolling your wrists, wiggling your toes, and sensing and feeling before we come all the way back. Just noticing if in your mind's eye there is a brilliant light before you, pulsing, maybe a heart, maybe a rose. Feeling the presence of Yogananda, giving thanks to each of you for helping him build and fulfill his dream. And so it is, and so it shall be. Namaste, so much love. Make it a beautiful weekend. I will see you all next week.